In the name of Almighty Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. In this video, I will be addressing the issue of the promised child. And it's going to contain series of videos, maybe part 1, part 2 to part 3. And we're going to give a forensic analysis to this issue. Because last time I watched a video by Christian Cow, Christian Chicken, that ran away from debate with me, was making comment on a video that was made by Dr. Yasikadi. Because Dr. Yasikadi was saying that Isaac is the promised child. So, hold you listen to him. This is from the house's own mouth. It was funny to me. Who told you that Dr. Yasikadi mouth is the house's own mouth to Muslims? The only exact mouth that the Muslims believe in it is the mouth of a Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that's why I chose to start this elaboration with the name, with Prophet Muhammad saying, all the Muslims believe in the hadith that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, peace and blessing be upon him. Ana ibn Zabihaini, I am the son of the two promised children that's supposed to be made with sacrifice. And we understand that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came from the genealogy of Ishmael, not Isaac. So right then, the promised child from the Prophet Muhammad mouth there, it is Ishmael, not Isaac. And his father Abdullah also was to be made sacrifice. And Abdullah from the genealogy of Ishmael, not Isaac. So that killed the argument right there. From the mouth of exact mouth of a Prophet Muhammad himself. Then we come to the Quran. In Quran chapter 37, verse 101, God sings, فَبَشَرْنَاهُ بِغُلَامٍ حَلِيمٍ. So we gave him glad tidings, mean good news of a boy of forbearance. And forbearance means patient, lenient. That we will address it later. Now, that was the first promise that God made to Abraham about a child. And Ishmael is the one that was born after that promise. And how can that be Isaac? And again in Quran chapter 9, Surah to Maryam, verse 54, Allah says, وَأَذْكُرُ فِي كِتَابِ إِسْمَاعِيلَ إِنَّهُ كَانَ صَادِقًا الْوَعْدِ وَكَانَ رَسُولًا نَبِيًّا. He said, read in the book about the story of Ishmael. Strictly, he was a truthful person, of a promise. That when he promised something and he fulfilled it. And what was the promise that was made? Then we go back to Quran chapter 37, verse 112. At the bottom part of that verse, or that Quran, that verse, you will see that Ishmael said to his father, Daddy, like somebody saying, my father, do what you were commanded to do. You will find me patient. And indeed, he followed his father on the mountain to be made sacrifice. Isn't that fulfillment of a promise? Isn't that? Definitely, that's a fulfillment promise. But some say, oh no, Ishmael used to fulfill promise, and from one time he promised one man that he's supposed to meet. Ishmael went there. The man didn't come 3 days. So Ishmael was standing there waiting for the man for 3 days. Ishmael was, some say he was there for 1 week, somebody said he was there for 1 month, some say 3 months, some say 1 year. Amen. How can that enter in somebody's brain? So Ishmael did not do anything, have anything to do for 1 year? That's a fallacy, cannot enter in anybody's brain. Then now, let us go now to Isaac. The Isaac owner story started in Quran chapter 37, verse 112. وَبَشَرْنَاهُ بِإِسْحَاقَ نَبِيًّا مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. And we gave glad tidings to Abraham about Ishaq, that he will be a prophet and from the righteous one. Then we ask question. Somebody that's supposed to be made prophet, that we're going to be prophet, how come he could have been a sacrificed child or a promised child to be sacrificed? God was clear, precise on it, that gave him glad tidings that he would be a prophet. Then you said that's a sacrificed child. That's it's not near the story. Then again, we go to Surah Al-Hud, Quran chapter 11. Quran chapter 11 says, وَإِمْرَأَتُهُ قَائِمَةٌ فَضَحِكَتْ فَبَشَرْنَاهُ بِإِسْحَاقَ وَمِنْ وَرَاءِ إِسْحَاقَ يَعْقُوبَ. Al-ayah. That story goes to say that his wife, Abraham's wife, Sarah, was standing. When she heard the words of the angels, she smiled, because the angels were going to go destroy the people of Lot. She smiled. Then the angels gave her a glad tidings that her Lord said that she will born a child, and the child shall be called Isaac, and Isaac will born a child will be called Jacob. How come somebody that's supposed to be made sacrifice, glad tidings of good news will be given about him, that good news will be given about him that he will give birth to another child? If God had told that Abraham was going to be in delusion, what is happening here? The child going to be sacrificed, and you telling me that he will born another child? Nobody going to understand that. So Quran was precise on that matter. So beloved brothers and sisters, this is the end of this part 1 of this series, and watch for part 2. And don't forget to subscribe to this video so you can receive my new videos. And also don't forget to leave your comment at the bottom of the video. You can press like or dislike, I don't really mind. And as I greet you in peace in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.